Oh my god. Hello. How's it been? Dude, it feels so strange. I haven't like spoken today. I haven't spoken really that much today. Mm, no, I don't know. Actually, I've spoken a lot today. So that's kind of a lie. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. I wasn't thinking straight. Pardon me. I don't know why I'm speaking so quietly. I feel like I'm whispering for some reason. I feel like a mouse. You know what I mean? Do I look like a mouse to you or something? I don't get it. You know, it's 3 in the morning. Almost. It's 2:55 in the morning, and I can't remember if I slept. I feel like I got a lot of sleep like the night before, so I haven't slept tonight yet. I think I can't remember, but I'm here now. I'm in my garage. I'm with my cat. I'm recording a video. Um, just because I felt like it. I was in the mood to do it. It's been storming all night. It's been a dark and stormy night. Um, it's beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous place I live at, honestly. You should feel like shit if you don't live where I live. Just a little bit. And it's not even like a money thing. You know what I mean? I'm not rich. I'm so broke. I have no money at all. I have $0 in my pockets. Whenever I reach into my pockets to put a quarter in the gumball machine, I just pull up. There's a bunch of lint and flies coming out of my pockets. You know. But I can still say with 100% confidence that you should kill yourself if you can't, soak in like a nice storm around here. We get some pretty good storms up here. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I've always been kind of attracted to that kind of weather, like a violent kind of like a. I just like it a lot. It's interesting. Fun noises. It's fun to be in. That's what I like about storms. Is I like being in the storm. I've always really enjoyed it. Like I like, I'll go outside. If there's like a rainstorm, I'll feel like the wind like whipping on my face, and it's nice. I'm like, this is awesome, dude. This is so cool. I enjoy it a lot. I don't know if I would enjoy it. I don't know if I'd be like a storm chaser. I've kind of thought about it. Just sort of like it feels like it'd be so easy to be a storm chaser. Just because it's like, it's right over there. You know what I mean? It's really not hard. It's not really much of a chase, honestly, because it's a fucking storm. So really anyone could do it. I've thought about it, honestly. I don't know, but I saw that one guy that died that did it, and that was a bit interesting. I was just kind of curious if he. I always wonder how people feel in those situations where it's like the cliche of like he died doing what he loved, but like actually, but in real life, like shark enthusiasts or whatever, jellyfish enjoyers that get swarmed, mauled to death by a box jellyfish or something like that. Is he happy that it's happening? I don't know. The Steve Irwin, the Steve Irwin, you know what I mean? I don't fucking know, but it's fun to think about. I don't know. I feel like I'd be a little bit. I really think it would have to depend if it was lame. I don't know. I always think that's kind of what death boils down to a little bit, is if it's lame. But that's just like lame is sometimes a death can be so lame, because it's boring. But what if the guy was really cool? You know what I mean? Or what if like the story around it was really cool? I don't know. It really just depends on how much of a fucking loser you are, I guess. Like if you find really like boring, like mundane things like beautiful, like if you're one of those guys, like a romantic. If you're a romantic, I guess, um, then you'd probably be like, no, that death was awesome, dude. What's the uh, McKinley, Garfield, whatever one of our presidents that died that didn't just die on the spot, right? I think it was McKinley, or some shit like that. Mm. Yeah, some fucking bullshit like that. It was some fat guy. Whatever. The point is, he got shot, but he died like 8 months later. You know what I mean? But it's boring, and that's fucking lame. You know. But then it's like there's like a guy like Custer or whatever, and he dies. You know, he gets like tortured to death, but like on like the battlefield, he's getting like porcupine quills shoved like through inside of his ears. You know what I mean? And that's how he dies. And you could present those deaths to a bunch of different people, and a bunch of different people would be like, this death was better. This death was like beautiful or whatever. And then other people would be like, this death is so much more interesting. That death fucking sucks. Who would want to die like that, right? And really, I just think it boils down to if you're just a fucking little bitch boy. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't really want to die. Personally, like, I really don't think it'd be fun to die right now. Which I think is a good thing. I think it's a pretty healthy, kind of benchmark thing that I think that way. Because there are some people that just don't think that way. But that's just ridiculous. What are those guys doing? What are they doing over there? Doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. I've been pretty good. It's September right now. And this is like I really think September is one of my favorite months of the entire year. I'm not going to lie. I think this is like top 3, I want to say. I would definitely have to say that September it's definitely not my favorite month of the year, but second or third favorite for sure. You know what I mean? Out of fucking 12 months of the year, that's not bad. You know what I mean? And then there's shitty months. There's some really bad months that fucking suck ass, dude. March, kill yourself, dude. March is not worth it ever. Every single March, every single time I experience a month of being in March, I'm like, holy shit. Like that, it feels like a different time. It feels like you're in a different time period. It feels like you're in February, like a Rick and Morty thing. You're in February, boom, stops. There's nothing there. And then you're in April. Whatever happens in March is just like some fucked up alternate thing. Because March isn't really real. You know what I mean? March is just something evil that bleeds in from somewhere far darker than anything that we can imagine. You know? I just don't like March. The first day of March is like whatever. But then every day after that it's like a trial. It's like a trial month. It's just a month full of trials, you know? November kind of sucks. Just like the atmosphere of November. I think it's just the fact that it's after Halloween. You know what I mean? It's kind of a bummer. And it's like I just associate November with like deflated yard Halloween decorations, you know? It's just like they haven't taken them down yet. They're not full of air anymore, and they're just kind of weird, and there's frost on them. You know what I mean? That's just how I think of November. You know, it's like the grass is like gray and short, but there's no snow, you know? It's just like this kind of weird quilt, this kind of weird patchy thing of snow, like this thick snow. It's bullshit. It fucking sucks. It's not really October, it's not really December, it's November, and it's just like a nightmare month. It's not as bad as March, but I stay away from those months. I disassociate during those months. I'm not myself during those months. I don't take any, I'm not a human during those months. I don't feel like myself. It's terrible. September, I don't mind. I like September. I like this weather that we get. At least around here. I don't know what weather is like all across the world in September. I think it's actually summer in some places, which isn't bad. But no, it's winter, right? It's like winter? I don't fucking know. I don't care. But, right now we're coming off of summer. Yeah, so I guess it would be winter. But we're coming off of summer right now. And it's like, you know, the sun is still out, right? The sun is still we're getting just as much sun as we were during the summer, but we're winding down. It's getting windier, it's getting cloudier. You know, days are getting shorter, but we're still getting some sun still. Which is really nice about September. October, that shit is gone. October, that is fucking autumn. That is fall. It's gone. Say goodbye. You know what I mean? It's dark at like 3 p.m. Okay? I get it. And that's fine. I like that. I do like that. But September is kind of fucking nice. You know what I mean? I like gray skies. I like gray skies with a very clear, big sun. I don't know about you. I just think that looks really, very, very cool. I don't mind it. At one bit. And then later in the day, it gets brighter. Later in the day, it gets bluer in the sky. And it's very nice. I have mountains where I live. I see mountains everywhere. I get these really nice sunsets because it's so cloudy. And it's very pink. The sunsets have been very pink lately. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. So I can't fucking complain. Who am I to fucking complain? Right? Who should complain is you. Because you don't get to fucking see it. You live wherever you live. You live not here. Which sucks, dude. I mean, come on. So, you just don't know what it's like. Truly, you don't. But, I'm kind of getting bored. I'm not gonna lie. Because I've lived in heaven. I've lived in absolute heaven for, most of my life. I went from desolate nightmare, yellow orange hot baking Texas, west south, super 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 south Texas, down 4 miles from the border Texas. I just remember heat. I remember heat, and I remember roaches, and I just remember just highway, just a long highway, like in front of my house, that just went on forever, and no one ever came by on it. I just lived in the middle of nowhere. It was like Courage the Cowardly Dog. I was in the middle of fucking nowhere. Which is nice, you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind going back there now. It sounds kind of nice. But, I don't know. A lot of cockroaches. Bad, I would find huge. I would find fucking huge cockroaches, dude. It was disgusting. I hated it. You know what I mean? I thought it was filthy. I would hunt them with my dog. I had a dog, and I would hunt cockroaches with it. We would sniff them out and find them together, and we would exterminate them. And it was fucking filthy. I hated it. I think I enjoyed it, but it was bad. You know what I mean? I couldn't do that. I couldn't live 18 years there. Right? We moved. And we moved to paradise. It was beautiful here. It's very far away. I like it. I'm getting so bored of it, dude. And I really would not. I don't want to get bored of it, because it's really nice here. But I'm getting kind of sick of all of this shit, all of this beautiful scenery. It's getting on my fucking nerves, just a bit, honestly. I'm so thirsty. My lips are so chapped. I'm parched. I'm parched, folks. What can I say? I'm parched. you know. But so I'm thinking of moving for a good long while, to a new place. I don't want to buy a house here. I don't want to rent an apartment here. I don't want to rent a house here. I don't want to buy a fucking tiny house here. I don't want to. I don't want to live here in a trailer. You know, I don't want to fucking. I don't want to do an RV home here. I don't want to do any of that shit here. Okay? That's kind of my whole point. I don't want to do any of the shit that I just listed here where I live right now specifically. At all. Like, because that's psychotic. Okay? It's psychotic, right? Okay, think about like a prisoner, right? It's like, oh, okay, you committed a crime. You have to stay in prison for this amount of time. You have to. Just because you have to do it's an obligation, right? You're like, okay, you do it. Boom, you're free. Your sentence is up. You're free. And then prison is like, nah, I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna train to become a guard here, but then I'm gonna go to sleep in my cell here. I'm gonna rent a cell here as a guard. And also as a prisoner, and stay here both at the same time doing both of those things because I'm free now. That's what it would be like for me to buy a house here where I grew up. Okay? I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? People always try to be like, I'm not gonna speak badly about, you know what I mean? And I get it. You know what I mean? I don't like to speak badly about, you know, whoever either. But, you know, everybody who I went to school with, you know, and I mean literally every single person, if they are in 5 years, you know, living here still, you know, 5 years, 10 years, however long enough there needs to be for a high school reunion, and they can just drive, they can just, gets up from chair watching Fox News, opens door, opens door, goes in car, starts car, backs up, drives. Oh, I live at the school, actually. It's fine. It's okay. I don't need to drive. You know what I mean? If you're like that, by the time there's a high school, if you can just go to your high school, it's down the street, it's a 10-minute drive, whatever the fuck. Oh, it's a couple miles away. Oh, it's a few towns over. Fuck you. Fuck you and everything that has ever gone through your mind. Because you're fucking psychotic. And you need to be locked away for so long. You need to be locked away more than, like, Charles Manson. You need to be locked away more than, like, Jeffrey Dahmer. You need to be fucking locked away more than anybody. More than fucking anybody in the world. Anyone that goes to my high school and you fucking live in the same... and you live in the same state. You live in the same state in like 15 years, 20 years. I don't care, the rest of your life. You need to be fucking locked away in maximum security prison in the middle of fucking New Mexico, and they need to test like radiation on you for the rest of your life. They need to start putting, they need to start fucking shooting radiation into your exposed brain in the middle of New Mexico, underneath the ground, for the rest of your fucking life, because you are essentially signing on to do the same thing. So you should be fine with it. You should be totally fine with it, because you were fine with fucking buying a house, a few miles away from your parents. Kill yourself. You're insane. You're insane, and you're a detriment to everyone around you. You're psychotic, and you think you're normal, but you're not. You think this is normal behavior, but it's not. No one in history has ever been like you. But my point is that I want to move. My point is that I want to get out of here. You know what I mean? I'm thinking a few places. I'm not gonna say where. I'm gonna visit my family for a bit. Hopefully, that's what I want to do. I want to go away because I never really got to interact with my family very much growing up as a kid, like ever. I I grew up mostly with a stepfather. I didn't have a biological. Anyway, I knew step family. You know, step family is fucking whatever. They're nice. I'm not gonna say that a step family isn't real family because that's psychotic. That's insane. But I am gonna say that my step family specifically, I just never really felt very close to them. You know, I love my dad, but it's just different. I always kind of felt, I mean, not my whole step family, mostly like cousins, estranged, like fucking bullshit like that. People that I only ever see at like family reunions. You know, my stepdad's sister, like my aunt, my step aunt. I know her. She's great. But like a cousin, who the fuck is friends with their step cousin? Realistically, who the fuck has ever maintained a friendship with their step cousin? That's psychotic. You know. But so I wanna visit my biological family for a bit, for a little bit. I saw them for a time. I went on a road trip. I talked about it before. I went on a road trip, and I did see them on my road trip. That was kind of the whole point of it. But I didn't really get to see them a whole lot, and I was with, a couple other people as well. So I really didn't get to have much interaction with my family. Just kind of a brief, like, oh, how's everyone doing kind of fucking thing. But, I really like them. I really like meeting them. I got along with them well. I think they're all great. So I'm thinking, now that I have so much free time, because I'm a fucking paraplegic, that I should go visit my family for a spell, and that's the plan. Pretty soon. I'm not gonna leave yet. I still have some time, but until then, I don't know. Until then, what have I been? What am I doing? I'm reading books, trying to read books. I'm trying to remember how to read. I remember for a long time when I was in school after summer, I would forget how to spell like basic words. And it was like bad. Like I would forget how to spell. I forgot how to spell the word owl one time, like the bird, OWL. I was like, oh yes, OUL, yowl. I don't know, dude. I was just like, what the fuck? Who the fuck spells it like this? You know what I mean? Which, to be fair, it is a really bizarre, kind of stupid, retarded, fucking disgusting way to name a bird. But who am I? I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna discredit some fucking moron scientist who put all of his life's work into naming, an owl, a bird. You know, I'm not gonna take some fucking brainless fucking idiot nutcase scientist, and berate him, and say bad things about him, because he's a genius. So who would I be to do something like that? Honestly, I'm a bit parched. My cat's eating a pool noodle, which he loves doing this so much. It's so crazy just seeing him like pick up a whole pool noodle and just walk around with it. Honestly, I want to see him kill something so badly. Just the way that he interacts with this pool noodle, I just want to see him get into some kind of confrontation, some kind of situation where he needs to defend himself physically. Kind of, a self-defense thing. He's ripping this thing apart, dude. He's mauling this thing. It's like it's a neck. It's like it's a giant neck or a giant jugular that he's just practicing on. I want to see him, like a raccoon, a fox, something that he can just take down, something he can just kind of wrestle with, just go for the throat a little bit. I would love to see him get into some action. Stop. What is he doing? What are you doing? Stop. Look at this. Look at what he does to this thing. He doesn't eat it either. I see him spit them out of his mouth. He knows you can't eat them. So he spits them out so he doesn't die. He still makes me nervous when he plays with it, though. I still really don't like him playing with it. But there's not much that I can do. I can hit him in the head. I can hit him in the head with it. Which he doesn't seem... I think he kind of likes that, actually. Yeah, he seems to have calmed down a bit. I didn't hit him hard. Yeah, just hard enough to kind of like dent his skull a little bit. His skull is very concave now because I bashed him in the fucking head so many times with hammers and shit. So he's just staring directly at the pool now. But he's a really nice cat. He's been so ornery lately. Here he is. Here he is, folks. He's doing his specialty. Here's James Corden of the Late Late Show. Oh my God. Look at him. He just loves to strut around. You know. I got him a little, I got a cushion for him to sit on back there. He seems to take to it. I'm glad. Usually he doesn't really appreciate anything they do for him. So the fact that he's actually sitting on the cushion is really nice. I'm glad that kind of worked out. He is, admittedly, he's going directly for the pool noodle again, which I'd prefer he didn't do. But I can't stop him. I can't control him. He's kind of a rogue asset. He's a bit of a Jason Bourne kind of figure, sort of just like a danger, like to everybody, like no one can predict him, sort of deal. Just this like Machiavellian, just like chaotic, sociopath sort of guy. He's really fucked up. He's really crazy. But I'm glad to have him on the show. I'm really glad that he's here. Causing so much background noise. Just doing what his best, just endangering his life. Just putting himself, at risk for no reason. Just doing something stupid, that has no, really the only thing that can happen is he swallows styrofoam and dies. Stop. So I don't know what he gains from doing that fully. Like, it's like a satisfaction thing. It's I'm lost. I'm completely lost. Jesus Christ. He's completely out of control. He's completely, he's a menace. He's a menace to everybody in the house. He completely dominates the house. I need that Spanish cat fella, that guy, that TMZ cat fella, to come in here and control him, because this guy is like beating me. He's like domestic abusing me, and this cat is physically, he's picking me up by the shoulders, and he's fucking shaking me and shit, and he's shoving me against the wall, and I'm crying, and there's tears coming, and he's like, "What? Why did you do this? Why are you making me do this?" And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, "You're wrong." Yeah. But, that's just, I just have to keep. Hey, buddy. He really is very cute, though. Look at him. But yeah, so, okay, I think he's settling down a bit. Yes, he's on his perch. Okay, I'm so glad that little cushion thing is working out well for him, because I really was not sure. But, okay. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I feel pretty good. So, what was I going to talk about? I think I've been in a lot of pain. Oh, yes. I think I mentioned something about how I've had a lot of time to think. I don't know. If I didn't mention that, you should pretend that I did, and that I intended to from the beginning. I've had a lot of time to think, because I don't know if you're aware, but I'm in constant, strenuous, explosive, biting, immense tension, nerve pinching, physical pain, and it's absolutely awful. I cannot fully extend my right leg. I cannot fully extend my right leg like this. No, my left leg. Like this. Can't do it. I can do like this. This is my leg. I can do this. But pretend it's in reverse. So I can't bike. Imagine that. I can't press down on a pedal fully. Any extension I do with my left leg, which I have to do a lot, to walk around, to sit certain positions, etc., etc. It's immensely painful. It's so fucking painful all the time. It's just this complete sense of just explosion of tightness in my thigh mostly. It's horrendous. And then I extend my leg and I feel this jolt in my kneecap that just kind of shocks me. Like this, I don't know. It fucking shocks me. And I feel it go down my calf into my heel. And then I make contact with the ground. And then I touch the ground and it's like this. I feel it shoot up my entire leg. Kind of all the way up. Farther up my body. More towards my back, basically. Around my pelvis. Because my pelvis, which is supposed to be like this, is like fucking this. Which is a problem. That's not how my leg is supposed to be fucking oriented. It's all fucked up. Right? So, it's been very difficult to exist, partially. Especially because, so much of what I do as a human being to stay alive and to derive joy and entertainment and purpose from life is I like to do things that are very physical. I like to run on treadmills for no reason. No real goal. I would just like to run on treadmills for as long as I could, for as fast as I could. I don't fucking know. I would do it until I wasn't tired. I liked just to lift weights. I like to act. I like to run. I like to walk around. I like to do all this shit that is very physical, that uses my legs, that uses my entire body, that uses my core and my fucking pelvis and everything that's all fucked up right now because of my injury that I have sustained and that I'm currently fucking working through. It's a nightmare, It's like everything that I have done in my entire life to make myself like a person and to identify with myself as a human being, I've been completely stripped of being able to do comfortably. I can't do martial arts and stuff like that anymore. I like to box, I like to do, I was getting into Muay Thai, shit like that. I like to lift weights. I like to I just fucking went into it. I can't fucking do that right now. I can't do that. It would cause me immense pain. It'd be agonizing. It wouldn't be worth it. It'd be moronic to fucking do it. But because of that, I'm just here, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm not real anymore. I wake up and I just sit in bed, and I make my bed, and I look for my remote, because I always fucking lose my remote, and I fix my mattress, and I fucking pull the sheets back up on my bed, and I grab everything that fell off my bed in the middle of the night, and I keep fucking making my bed, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not real. Oops. Oh, I guess I don't have a soul, and I forgot. Oops, silly me. What am I doing? You know what I mean? Sorry, don't have access to that. No soul inside me right now. That's a little bit what it feels like. Just like a guy in my fucking brain. It's like, hey, by the way, in case you forgot, You're completely empty inside. You have nothing. You have nothing to live for right now. Because I can't fucking do anything. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's a silly thing to think. Because I do, you know, I just hang out with friends now. I don't know. All of my activities that I used to do to just feel like a person, I would always just do them alone. I was completely alone every time. But it's way more fulfilling to actually just like see people in person than to like be alone. So I've just been doing that. I've been reading. I've been going outside. I've been looking at the sun directly with my eyes. You know what I mean? I've been, you know, stepping on needles. You know, I've been looking for nails in the grass. I've been stepping on them. You know, I've been having fun. I've been going outside. It's been very nice. You know, I've been eating berries. I've been eating fucking blueberries and shit and huckleberries. That's the thing. That's the thing. If you can't eat a huckleberry, if you can't pop a little handful of huckleberries into your mouth at a moment's notice, at the fucking drop of a hat, where you're living, give up. Give up right now. It's over. It's been over. Okay? So, that's just my opinion, though. But I'm right. You fucking know I'm right. Listen. This is a good episode. I had a lot of fun. I got a lot of stuff off my chest. I got to talk about a wide variety of topics. I feel pretty good. My cat's here with me. Here he is on his little thing. Look at him. He's loafing. He's loafing. He's doing a great job. I'm gonna end it though. So this is good. Okay. Goodbye.